Hi there, Regina Saxton, Functional Registered Dietitian Nutritionist, here to tell you about the Mediator Release Test for food sensitivities. So let's get started. You may have already received your test kit, which looks like this, or your doctor has recommended that you get a test completed and can do the lab draw right there in their office. Either way, you will have a requisition form like this one that will need to be completed by your provider with your assistance, because there is medical information on there that the lab will need in order to process your results. You will also have a food allergy declaration form, which looks like this, and you'll just go ahead and note any already known allergies that you already have diagnosed, or specific food sensitivities that you're already aware give you problems. So for example, if you always get a headache every time you eat grapes and you do not want grapes in your plan, go ahead and indicate that. We will go ahead and test for those specific foods regardless, but if you don't want them included, indicate that on the sheet. There will also be a instruction sheet for the phlebotomist in order to draw the blood, and of course the blood tubes for them to put the sample in. All of that paperwork gets put back into your kit and then put in a postage paid FedEx bag, which will then be mailed that same day to the lab in Florida. So other than that, it becomes a waiting game. But in the meantime, I will have you submit and complete an initial symptom survey. So with this survey, what we're going to do is note from 1 to 4 on level of severity if any of these particular things are causing you problems at the time. So this is going to give us a great baseline in order to get started. You'll have a grand total score, and then after about a month on the program, we'll go ahead and retest for that symptom survey and see if they've lessened. What's fantastic is that typically the numbers can go down over 50% in the first week or two. That is truly amazing. While we're waiting, I'm going to have an instruction for you to start to eliminate 3 top offenders out of your diet. That would be caffeine, gluten, and dairy. So I know that sounds a little daunting, but since caffeine is tested on the MRT 170 panel, we'll need to go ahead and have you wean off of it just in the event that you're reactive to caffeine. What will happen, as we all know, if we take caffeine out straight away right when you get started, you might likely experience some withdrawal symptoms like headache or moodiness and lethargy. So we don't want those withdrawal symptoms to interfere with our first week on the program. So caffeine, gluten, and dairy just needs to start being eliminated and weaned off, possibly 10 days or so before you start the plan. So once the results are in, you will receive a fantastic LEAP report. That's the Lifestyle, Eating, and Performance plan. Tons of information in here to read up on. You'll also receive, of course, your results. Now, this is a sample example for you to take a look at here. You'll notice that the reactive foods go from the lowest, either 0 or the lowest green, all the way to yellow, and these high offenders of red. So what we're going to be doing is working on these tippity top area here and focusing on the things that you can eat. So many of these food sensitivity programs, it's just eliminate everything, and that can be overwhelming as well as sometimes emotional. So we're going to build a plan together for you that will focus just on those foods that you can eat, so you don't feel like you're in deprivation. So you'll receive a report that looks similar to this, and we'll start with phase 1. Again, those are the foods that we'll be introducing initially for that first 7 to 10 days. And like I said, you will start to feel better almost immediately after all of those inflammatory agents are out of your system. I will tell you, some people feel worse before they feel better, but you have to understand that you're clearing your body of all of that inflammation and potential toxins, so you're gonna have some possible side effects along the way in that first 5 to 7 days. So As we move forward from phase 1, we'll slowly be incorporating the foods that were a little bit more reactive in a very succinct, methodical way. And for that, we'll have you fill out a symptom diary. Now there are instructions to this as well for you in order to put like the date and time that you had something, the exact ingredients, and any specific side effects that you experienced. This is key and important as we build your plan with new foods in order to make sure that no offenders are hiding or sneaking in there, and we're able to tackle them very quickly and then get your plan going in the right direction sooner than later. So you'll also receive a nice little travel card that you'll be able to see your top offenders as well as your moderate reactors here. So with all of that, we'll have the plan, we'll be on our way, we're going to get started to decrease headaches, decrease the bloating, decrease the inflammation, any diarrhea or constipation that you might have, and any pain, as well as a positive side effect, get your energy up and you feeling great again. So that is your introduction to the Mediator Release Test for food sensitivities by Biomedical Oxford Technologies, and I am happy to assist you with any additional questions you may have. Please reach out to me, and I'm looking forward to getting you feeling better faster. Thanks so much.